Blah, 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 blah. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have created this cut crease with the wing eyeliner, my whole regular face makeup, and just finished it off with a new lip gloss on. If you guys would like to go ahead and see how I created this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and let's get it started. Alright, so to already start this off, as you guys can see, I have already done my eyebrows and one eye off camera. Also, I have not cut that crease just because I have a few tips and tricks of what I want to show you guys, and a way to be able to do these cut creases much easier, just because I know, like, when I first started, I wish I knew like little tricks of how to do it, just because I struggle so much and I would literally spend about like 5 minutes just trying to cut my crease, and it would just turn into a disaster. So the eyeshadow palette that we will be using today, it is the Makeup Shack Rainforest palette. As you guys can see, it is a colorful one. What I used today actually was just this orangey shade, and then this like brown / red in it. I'm not sure how to really describe it. And then I just added a little bit of this red eyeshadow just so it pops the eye. And then I used this brown shade so far just to go ahead and neutralize that. First, to start this off of priming the eyes, I am going to be using the Too Faced concealer once again. I don't have a drugstore concealer. I just haven't gone to the store for so long, so that is the only reason why. Always go ahead and just put a small bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brow. I am going to go ahead and use this brush that came in a brush kit. I'm not even sure where I bought it. I don't remember. And I am going to grab this orangey shade right here just to begin with. And what I'm gonna go ahead and use is pack that orangey shade before blending it. So what I like doing is just go ahead and pack it. Just so it go ahead and it kind of sets my wet concealer. As you guys can see, it's like just a small bit. Oh, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab more of that shade as well, but I am going to go ahead and use it with the Makeup Shack T45 brush. This is also like one of my favorite brushes. Like, it blends it out easily. It blends everything out easily, especially on a wet like when you don't set your eyes. Like, it still does like such a good job. I've had like better blending experiences with this brush than a Morphe one that I used to always use. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on from that mustard color, and I am going to go ahead and combine with the red, and I am now going to be using my Morphe 433 brush. Another way that I always like to pack my colors, and especially like if you have hooded eyes, what I like to do is I just like to look straight, get my mirror, and like the color that I have on, pack that color like on top of your crease where your eye just creases, and you just want to like pack it a little bit just so it gives you an idea of where you're just going to be blending that color. Go ahead and do that. Now I have an idea of where that I'm supposed to put that shadow on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on adding this color. So first I like to use it flat just to pack that color. So yeah, we're just gonna keep blending that out until it's your desired. If you feel like that mustard shade is going away, you could always go back and add more on it, and it actually helps you also blend that red color there. By the way, if your guys' eyes don't look like messy or like a disaster at first, it's like I don't feel like I'm doing it right. Because any good eyeshadow, before it actually turns into a good thing, it looks pretty messy at first. So as you guys can see, I'm already packing that mustard shade again. Now before I actually move on to the next shade, I did grab the M514 brush, and no product on it whatsoever. Just go ahead and blend that red a little bit more, just because sometimes the M433 brush doesn't really like blend it to the extreme that you would like to. Okay, so now for the last shade that we are using for this portion of our eye it's going to be this brown shade right here. The 433 brush that we had used previously, as you guys could already see, it does have that remaining color of the other one, but it is okay, we ain't tripping about it. So we're just gonna go ahead and add that brown shade, and we're going to go ahead and focus that brown shade to the outer corner of our eye. And for this one, you do not want to go ahead and pack it right where your crease is. You want to kind of like pack it low, like below it, that way it doesn't cover a lot of that red. And this dark shade just helps give dimension to your eye. What you see is I only bring whatever is left on my brush into the inside, and my brush is laying flat onto my eye. And then you could always go ahead and turn it around because there is going to be remaining product on the other side. Go ahead and actually cut the crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a technique of one eye. So one technique that you could use is just grab a small bit of concealer, put it right on the bottom portion of your eye, just like halfway, and look up, and as you guys can see, it like does a little small line. So that's just a little guide of what you could do. So once it gives you like half a line of where you have to cut, I am gonna go ahead and go back with that concealer brush that I had done to, like, you know, clean my eyebrow and like prime my eye, since it is a very like nice flat brush. This one also came in a brush that my cousin gave it to me for Christmas. I'm not even sure what brand it was either way too, but I love this one. So you know where you're gonna go ahead, whatever concealer you have, you want to pick it up with your brush, and then what I like to do is just close my eye and also put my mirror down like this, just so I am able to see what I'm doing too. because a bitch is blind. And you're just gonna go ahead and follow that line very nicely and quickly. As you guys can see, you only had to do a small bit of it, which was in the beginning portion of it. And then on the outer part, which I only like to add a little bit, I don't like to go too like deep in. And then you're just gonna go ahead and conceal the rest of that half cut crease. And what I'm gonna do in the other part is turn down using it flat on my eye like this. I'm gonna turn it to the side. That way I could do small strokes on the outer part of the eye. That way it looks more nicely blended, rather than just like half of it all just concealed and then you see the different shade. You can see since previously before, if I look up, you can see where my crease is, like it's right there. So using that technique, it helps do your cut crease above that. And the way that we had applied our eyeshadow before too, as you guys can see, we did not cut any of that off, so you're still making that shadow pop into your eyes. Now we are back, we have our cut crease. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just go ahead and use the same flat brush that we used to cut this eye, but now I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of any creases. This pinky shade from the palette onto the outer part of this one right here, this one right here, for like the rest of my eye. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my ring finger. I think it's my ring finger, I don't know. And I'm gonna go ahead and pack this on the outer part of my eye. Keep packing that color right here. And then right now we're gonna go ahead and back and put it where we couldn't reach on with the brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my other eye off camera. Alright, so we are back from finishing the eyes. For today's eyeliner, I did use the e.l.f. Cosmetics eyeliner. This is the jet black. This is honestly my holy grail eyeliner. I've been using this since my junior year in high school. So for today's lashes, as you guys already know, my go-to lashes right now are from Lurella Cosmetics, but today I am going to go ahead and use Lurella Cosmetics again, but in the style Mamba. So I'm going to go ahead and do a very thin line of glue, and while I wait for my eyelash to dry, I'm going to go ahead and use my Sephora mascara. This is such a nice mascara. It has the hourglass wand. It is not clumpy at all, and what I like about it is that it curls your lashes, kind of curls your lashes. But yeah, I prefer this one honestly rather than the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So go ahead, apply it first in the center of it, pull to the outer corner, outer part of the eye, and then the inner corner, and squeeze together, you guys. For today's primer, I am going to be using the Maybelline Master Primer Base, and it says it blurs and pore minimizer. So yeah, this, and just pour a little bit on my hand, and I always go ahead and blend it into like the T-zone area, just because that's where I like have the most stuff going on. And for today's foundation, I am going to go ahead and use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation on the shade 310, which is sun beige. And now again, before I do the rest of my face, I'm gonna go ahead and clean the top portion of my eyebrow with my foundation shade. And it just gives me a lot of coverage. Like, it helps my foundation get coverage. And this is a brush built for medium coverage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out, you guys. So now for concealer, I am going to go ahead and use my Born This Way in the natural beige. And then for cream contouring, I am going to use my ColourPop one. Once again, I do not have an idea what color I actually got. More white than usual. Don't know even why. But it looks lighter right now on camera. But I promise you guys, in person, it's actually my shade. On the bottom portion of it, just so it blends much nicer with my skin tone. And I like to keep like as much as possible into the inside, just so that's where it gets the most full coverage. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and go with that ColourPop concealer just to cream contour. Today I am gonna be cream contouring like my big ass like 5 head. And then gonna go ahead and my cheeks. Just like do it more in the outer part of it. And now with my cheek. And honestly, this is my first time using this powder. So this is basically like my first impression. I am gonna be using this e.l.f. palette. It's pretty dirty, it's beat up. They don't have it on stores right now, and you can't find them on their website. I think this is like their like holiday edition, just because my baby sister did give it to me on Christmas last year. Yeah, so the shades I'm gonna go ahead and use is this one right here, and then a little bit of that one, just to like warm up my face a little bit more. And I'm so sorry, I want to apologize if you're able to hear the whole background noise, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and put that product on where I contour, just for extra warmth. And I actually really like this palette. But this bronzer is so nice, you guys. I don't know if you guys could see, but I like because it's not I like it because it's not orangey at all. cut the bottom portion of my cheekbones. And I'm only going to grab a little bit, by the way. Just because I don't like going too extreme on the powder. Now for blush, I am using the same e.l.f. one, and I combined these two right here. They're noticing. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. The blushes are so pigmented as well. Like just a small bit of it goes like a very long way. And I like working slowly with it just because I don't want to then go ahead and like apply then way too much. Today for highlight, I am gonna go ahead and use the Makeup Revolution, the xsoph highlight. I really like this highlight. It's like a combination of all the Anastasia highlights. Honestly, like they're so shiny that you can't like really tell. So I'm gonna go ahead and use, and what I use is these two shades right here. I always go ahead and combine both of them and just take some excess out. Oh my god. It's a drugstore, but yeah, it looks so wet and nice. Like it's literally reminds me of the Anastasia one. And then like if you use this one by itself, it reminds me of like the Becca Champagne Pop. My hair, and I'll be right back to finish the lips and set the face so you guys can see the final product. For today's lips, I am going to be using ColourPop. I am going to be using the iluvsarahii times ColourPop, the one that is Sueño de Coco. I go ahead and also use the Bretman Rock times ColourPop. This is his gloss one, the one that's I See You gloss on. I'm a big fan of lip gloss now. I used to hate it, but now it's like, it's rare. I only like a few matte lipsticks. So I go ahead and I usually just do the bottom portion of my lip, and then just do that. And then for setting spray, you guys already know my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I do need to already refill it, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray just because today I do work too. So let that dry. And this is the final look, you guys. Do hope you guys enjoy it.